Welcome! You are watching preparatory materials for Ardmore Presbyterian Church's confirmation class.
I am not ashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God for the salvation of everyone who believes. Romans chapter 1, verse 16.
Today's topic is God, Part 1. In 1977, two unmanned space probes, Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, were launched from Cape Canaveral in Florida on a mission to gather scientific data from the outer part of our solar system. Today, their original mission is complete. However, the probes continue to gather data. One has left the grips of the sun's gravity and has now reached interstellar space. The other is close behind. When all is said and done, these two space probes will be the first man-made objects to leave our solar system. The scientists who created Voyager wondered if extraterrestrial life in the far future might discover the space probes. They decided to add a golden record containing a greeting from the planet Earth. Among the greetings in 55 languages, there were selections of music, such as Bach's Brandenburg Concerto and Chuck Berry's Johnny B. Good. The scientists made some assumptions about these extraterrestrials. First, they would be curious. They would want to investigate and understand the universe. Second, they would recognize the Voyager space probe as created. The probe wouldn't be mistaken as just another rock tumbling through space. The Voyager probe couldn't be the result of an accident. It must have a creator. Back on Earth, human beings have always been curious. They've wanted to know more about their universe. This wood engraving comes from a book written in 1888 on meteorology by a French astronomer. It shows a man trying to peer beyond the limits of this world. He wants to understand the mechanics behind the scenes. Many human beings have looked at the beauty and order that they see in the universe, and they earnestly believe that it didn't happen by accident. Like an alien discovering the Voyager space probe, they just assume that it must have a creator. Human beings have accepted throughout the ages that there are intelligent forces at work that are beyond our understanding. When we look at the universe to discover God, theologians call that general revelation. Revelation means a revealing, like pulling a curtain away to show what's behind it. General revelation is often contrasted with special revelation. We'll talk more about that another time. In response to what we find in creation, human beings over the centuries have created a number of religions to understand what's behind it all. We have pursued God, and we've used our religion to seek God's approval. However, there's a problem. We must acknowledge that human understanding and human knowledge are limited. The poet Stephen Crane once wrote, "A man said to the universe, 'Sir, I exist.' However, replied the universe, 'the fact has not created in me a sense of obligation.'" The universe and God are not at our command. They will not easily give up their secrets, and even if they did, unfortunately, we probably wouldn't understand much. Then there's a second problem. In the Christian tradition, we call it sin. Human beings can be selfish and arrogant. They don't always have the best intentions for others. One of the best definitions of sin comes from the letter of James in the Bible.
Anyone, then, who knows the right thing to do and fails to do it, commits sin. James chapter 4, verse 17.
Note that this definition includes sins of commission, actions that we commit, things that we do, and sins of omission, actions we omit, things we fail to do. The Apostle Paul says,
For I do not do the good I want, but the evil I do not want is what I do. Romans chapter 7, verse 19.
because of our limits and because of our sins, we're not able to reach God. Our religions are flawed. General revelation is never enough. We are left with a problem, and next week we will begin to talk about the solution.